This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we'll give you some tips of the trade so you can look up information about crime in your area. Hello everyone, this is FYI and I'm Ken Cara. Here's Thursday's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Hazleton police are looking for two masked men who attempted to rob a pizza delivery driver at gunpoint. It happened Wednesday night just before 10:30 p.m. The two suspects attempted to rob a Domino's pizza delivery driver at gunpoint at Cedar and Holly Streets. The suspects were wearing dark hooded sweatshirts and dark masks covering their faces. They approached the driver's vehicle and one pointed a handgun at the victim. The driver fled in his vehicle before the men reached him and called 911. Anyone with information is asked to call the Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. Meanwhile, city police are also investigating a report of shots being fired. Police responded to the 100 block of South Wyoming Street just before 6 o'clock this morning. No other details have been released. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police. Pennsylvania's highest court will not review the conviction of Jerry Sandusky. Sandusky had requested the Pennsylvania Supreme Court review his 45-count conviction because his lawyer believes they were rushed too quickly to trial. His lawyers also argued that the trial judge should have issued a jury instruction about how long it took victims to report the abuse. Attorney General Kathleen Kane, whose office prosecuted Sandusky, issued a statement saying she was pleased with the court's decision. Sandusky has the right to file a new appeal. And if you live in Schuylkill County, this next story is important to you. Starting tomorrow, Schuylkill County will be under a 30-day burn ban while the State Game Commission plans to improve forest and wildlife habitat with controlled fire in Rush Township. The ban was approved by the county commissioners on Wednesday. Under the ban, residents are forbidden from any outdoor burning of items such as garbage, leaves, grass, twigs, litter, and paper. Grilling in proper containers is still permitted, but the ban forbids lighting fires in outdoor burn barrels or fire rings. Residents should check with their local municipality to ensure the compliance with local burning ordinances. Tonight we welcome Mark Ketcher, managing editor from the Standard Speaker, back to FYI, and he tells us how some of the Speaker's reporters access crime information and how you can access that information from home. Plus he updates us on a story the paper had earlier this week. Here's Lisa Sugar with Mark.
Well, Mark, earlier this week we were talking about the different jobs that state lawmakers have and how that impacts their careers as a legislator, or if it has an impact on it. And I know that today in the Standard Speaker, another article talking about gifts. So you're focusing on the lawmakers, especially with the primary election just around the corner.
Right, right. So we had the story in today's paper on the gifts that lawmakers receive. We found that a few lawmakers received gifts and reported those on statements that are available online, and we accessed those on the internet. Nothing too major in terms of the gifts. There were some Penn State tickets, some overseas trips, some conferences, and things like that. But as you read in the story, there was nothing significant, such as the gifts that lawmakers received in Philadelphia that was kind of under the microscope in the last week or so.
Yeah, so people are interested in things like that to find out what exactly their lawmakers are getting, because you want to make sure that everything is on the up and up and know what is happening with that.
Sure.
So also, by doing things like this, you're putting out as much information as humanly possible to the people who are going to be casting the ballots in the election and into your general readers and our viewers.
Right.
And one thing you also wanted to bring up was the fact that how you provide information, I guess, on police reports for the newspaper as well.
Right. To stay on the theme of information that is available to the public, we actually gather our police reports now. We do get them from police departments as we had in the past, but now there's another tool that we use, and it's online. It's a database. It's through the Pennsylvania Unified Judicial System, and the website is ujsportal.pacourts.us, and anyone can go there. Again, like I said on Tuesday, this is not just something that the media can access or that lawyers and judges can access. It's a public database. They can go on there and they can look up criminal dockets for people who have charges against them. And we actually do this on a daily basis. Our police reporter, Amanda Chrisman, tireless in her efforts to get all of this information and present it to the public, because people do care what's happening in their communities. We feel it's important to let the communities know about the crime that's happening in their backyard and who might be involved.
And that is a very informational site. I've been on that many times to look. It makes your job somewhat easier because all the information is in one location as opposed to before. We know what it's like to have, to be bothering the police departments on a regular basis, to be calling them all the time,
right,
to get all the reports and that, and they're busy and strapped in manpower. So this does focus it all in one location. So it makes it easy for you to get it and report it. It makes it easier for the public to go to it and read it as well.
Absolutely, it's a great tool. As you alluded, before this database was available, we relied on the police departments to send us those reports, and sometimes they were hit or miss. So if you got arrested, or if you did something wrong, came on the wrong side of the law in a certain community, there's a chance that maybe it didn't see the light of day in terms of being reported in the newspaper. Now, our effort here is to pass this off to the readers, all of the information that we have, so that it's a fair and equitable process. In other words, we're not leaving anyone out. Our idea is that we either report none of the crime or all of it. So again, it's an effort to inform the public. It's the public's right to know, and that's our goal.
All righty. Well, thanks for providing information on that so people know what the scenario is behind the news gathering process at the Hazleton Standard-Speaker. Mark Hatcher, the managing editor from the Standard-Speaker for FYI. I'm Lisa Sugart.
Now we have news from the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is looking to expand its downtown Hazleton Farmers Market, and it is seeking new vendors along with musicians and artists to volunteer their time for this popular event. The Farmers Market will kick off Friday, July 11th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. on the sidewalks in front of the former Security Savings Building and continue each Friday through August 29th. Anyone interested should contact the Chamber at 455-1509 or email at info@hazletonchamber.org or log on to hazletonchamber.org. And here's what the Standard-Speaker is working on for tomorrow's edition. A West Hazleton woman voices concerns over a problem property, plus city officials ponder ways to boost interest in business loans. And you can read all about that in the Friday edition of the Standard-Speaker. Coming up next on FYI, it's Drama in Motion. Janine Mazurkevich looks at trends occurring at dance studios. In sports, we go outside. Yay! We have Hazleton area track and field highlights coming your way.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard-Speaker.
We're in your community here on FYI News 13, and every Thursday we bring you some up-to-date information on dance with Drama in Motion, and Joelle Whitner is back with us. Today we're talking about age appropriateness, correct?
Yes, we are.
Correct, I should say?
That is correct.
Right.
Age appropriateness is definitely something you want to look for in a dance studio. In the dance world today, there's a lot of pressure on being like the current trends or the current superstars, and girls have to remember that they're 20, 25 years old, 18 years old, and the industry wants them to dress a certain way. For a 6-year-old to be on the stage wearing a two-piece and doing pelvic thrust is not age appropriate. People have to be wary of what music they're using. So if someone were to dance to a Spanish song, moving their hips is appropriate because that's the style. But if you take that same dance move and put it to a song with questionable lyrics, it then becomes inappropriate for the age. I do see a lot of it when I travel and a lot of it when people are competing. Young girls doing moves that just shouldn't be done by young girls. The thing that you need to remember as a parent, if it's a concern of yours, if you wouldn't want your daughter doing it in a club in front of a whole bunch of boys, then she shouldn't be doing it at any age. It's different when they're 3 and they're cute and they have, little costumes on and they're kind of shaking a little bit. But, you start getting into some questionable moves when you get into hip hop and some other forms of dance. So you have to be very careful of that.
And age appropriateness doesn't only deal with costumes, but it deals with makeup and hair and, you talked about the clothing. So next week, we're going to talk about what's appropriate if you're looking at a dance studio and you have some concerns over some makeup or the way that they're doing their hair.
Absolutely. Costuming is a big part of it. Hair sometimes coordinates, makeup coordinates. If you're doing a specialty dance, sometimes makeup is required for the look. But most of the time, if you have a young child, they don't require red lipstick or, caked on makeup. There are special ways that you can do makeup to accentuate all the features on stage. It changes as you get into bigger rooms, but we can talk about that.
All right, I can't wait to talk about it. We're here at Drama in Motion. We'll go back to you here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I spent some time in Memorial Park in Hazleton this afternoon. It was a beautiful day. Did you know there's a time capsule buried there? It was buried there in 1991. It's set to be dug up in 2091. Maybe there's a farmer's iced tea in there. Who knows? Here's News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight, rain likely, mainly after 9 p.m. The low will be around 39-70% chance of rain. Friday, again, rain likely, 70% chance. The high will be near 47. Expect more rain on Friday night, 90% chance, low around 39. For Saturday, it will be a very windy day, chance of showers mainly before 8 a.m., high near 49. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 28. For Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 53. Sunday night will be mostly cloudy, getting down to 32. On Monday, a 50% chance of rain, high near 52. And Monday night, there is a chance of rain, the low around 42. Right now we're talking about Casino Fun Night. So I'm in and I'm double in because it's for a good cause. I'm helping out muscular dystrophy. And we're joined now by Karen. And Karen, this starts with you, but also with your son, David. If you could tell us a little bit about him. And you said you used to do some of the fundraising, but you've kind of passed on the torch.
My son is David Jr. He is 21 years old. He was diagnosed with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy when he was 2.5. It's a progressive disease that affects boys. Starts in their calf muscles and slowly creeps up their body that they end up in wheelchairs. I have been doing funds for the past years since he was diagnosed. I raise money and it all gets turned in at the Right for Life. And this year, David has decided he's going to start to take over because of him being 21 and do the fundraising himself. So he has planned this event to help to raise awareness about muscular dystrophy and hopefully to find a cure for muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, what were some of the challenges maybe your family faced that made you want to get involved and say maybe we could help out some other people?
Well, when you go to the hospital for the first time and you see other parents there with their children and you see all the equipment that they're hooked up to and how their condition compares to yours, a lot of times you just say you thank God for what you have and what you have to deal with. But it's not just, every day is not easy. It's very hard. It's very strenuous on yourself. You go through lots of changes in your life. Your whole life changes from what your normal life was to now you're focusing on a condition that your son has every day. So every day, you take for granted. We take for granted we can get out of bed by ourselves. We can feed ourselves. We can do whatever. But a lot of adults as well as children with muscular dystrophy cannot do those things. They need assistance. So with my son, he is totally reliable on people to help him as far as getting out of bed in the morning, going to the bathroom, getting a bath, everything that we rely on every day to do for granted, he can't do. He can no longer walk at 21 years of age. If we raise money and awareness for muscular dystrophy, there's a chance that they can do a lot more research and get him out of a wheelchair as well as all the other people that are afflicted by muscular dystrophy.
The incredible thing is David has, with everything you've said, taken this on and has talk about the job he's done to pull this off. How's he done? You passed the torch to him. How's he been doing with fundraising?
He's been doing good. We had a fundraiser last year and we raised over $3,000 that was turned in at the Right for Life. This year we're doing this Casino Fun Night, so we're hoping to take a different step towards it and get more people involved and hopefully get lots more money raised that can be turned in at the Right for Life in May.
All right, it sounds like a great event. Blackjack, craps, poker, roulette, you name it. It's everything of a real casino. You win chips, and then you could turn them in for vouchers for other prizes. Thank you so much for joining us today, and head out to the Casino Fun Night at Genetti's. And now we have tonight's community calendar. A pasta dinner is being held to benefit a local man who is battling leukemia, Rod Gross. Come out and enjoy a tasty dinner for a wonderful cause. For a complete list of community events, you can go to our Facebook page or go to SSPTV.com. FYI.com. And now the Pennsylvania Daily Lottery numbers. The Daily 967, the Big Four 1, 2, 2, 3, Quinto 00594, and Treasure Hunt 7, 9, 10, 26, 30. FYI is coming right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Hazleton area track and field teams took advantage of the nice weather yesterday. The boys and girls ran, jumped, and threw their way to wins over Tunkhannock.
Were triple winners in the triple jump. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is that Nathan Koskuk took first, Austin Pataki came in second, and Christian Mastracino placed third. They swept the discus competition with Matt Sutton placing first, Brad Everett finishing in second, and Justin Martin coming in third. In the 100-meter dash, it was another Cougar sweep. Hamlet Ventura placed first, Stefan Scally went second, and Nicholas Seach came in third. Andrew Myers won the 800, took second place in the 1600-meter run, and was part of the winning 4x4 relay team. He talks about his day after his team beat Tunkhannock 100-50.
I'm happy with my mile time. I beat my personal best by 5 seconds. I went 4:31, so I'm happy with that. 800, I felt pretty bad today. I guess that's because from my mile time. I went 2:07. I don't know. It's 6 seconds slower than I did 2 weeks ago. And 4x4, do what I can do in that. I don't know. Just get us through.
The girls won by the same score. Emily Malone won the 100-meter dash and the pole vault and was part of the 4x1 relay team that also took first place. Malone's teammate Shauna Belushko placed second in the pole vault. Alyssa Sitch, remember her? She's pretty good at basketball. Well, she's decent at track and field, too. She won the triple jump. Lindsay Diedix placed second, and Nicole Smith was third in that competition. Sitch also won the long jump. Here's Emily Malone talking about the Lady Cougars' big day against the Tigers.
This was a really good meet for everybody. I know there was a lot of PRs. The girl I pole vault with just cleared 8.6, and her best is 7.6. So that was awesome. The jab thrower, Kaylin Noonan, is looking really good. She's only 10 feet away from our record, and our 4x1's looking to go to states. So the season's looking promising.
Next week, Malone and Myers will help me out with a personality test that I'm putting together, and that's coming your way on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to present the FYI Spring Sports Scoreboard. It's about time. The Big HA moved to 2-0 in tennis on the year with the win over C-Dub. Worcester Uhas won in straight sets, so did Donald Tedesco and Mauro Notaro for the Cougars, and that was in singles competition. In doubles, Hazleton area's Austin Yevick and Adam Grulo got the W. In second doubles, the Comets' Chris Vizzini and Christian Makmis got the victory. In baseball, North Schuylkill knocked off the Olympians from Jim Thorpe. The men of Marion were two better than Minersville. In softball, Marion Catholic beat Blue Mountain, and Nativity shut out Tamaqua. North Schuylkill beat Schuylkill Haven thanks in part to a 2-run triple from Nadia Spots. And here's results from last week's Pennsylvania Golden Glove Central District Championships. Everyone in yellow is moving on to the next round in their quest for a state championship. And if they win there, then they will have a shot at nationals. Liz Morris is from Pottsville, and she got the victory on Friday night. The Central region includes boxers from parts of Northeast Pennsylvania as well. And again, the winners here move on to another tournament. If they win there, they will earn a berth in the state tournament. Antonio Canigliaro is from St. Clair. He got a big win last year, but came up short this year. Finally, here's a look at some of the walk-over winners. We'll wrap up the sports week tomorrow. It's a big sports week next week on FYI, so get ready for that, friends. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. The Hazleton YMYWCA will be holding a basic dog obedience training on Tuesday, April 15th from 7 to 8 p.m. Dogs of all sizes and shapes are welcome to attend this free combined orientation. Other classes will be available for registration at this event. More info, please contact the Y 570-455-2046. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Rosemarie Craig, formerly of Hazleton. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. John Carilla of Brandonville. Mass is Tuesday at 10 a.m. at the St. Mary's Church. Arrangements are by the Stauffer Bresnik Funeral Home. Joan R. Perong, formerly of Shenandoah, the Lukowitz-Orovitz-Fell Funeral Home, is in charge of arrangements. Donald Scarin, formerly of Hazelton, services will be private. Andrew M. Michalus of Clares, funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Stanley Yanalowski Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Myra M. Bisdell, formerly of Freeland, no local services were announced. Anna Prabula of Hazelton, arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Ethel T. Brill, formerly of Cunningham, arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. And Mark W. Wanamaker of Hazelton, memorial is Sunday at 2 p.m. from the Meads United Methodist Church. Arrangements are by the Scrayback Parambo Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries are brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. Palm Cross is now on sale for April 13th. Call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Maureen Summerdack of Drums. Maureen, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Get ready, get set, draw, paint, or color. Whatever sparks your creativity, get it ready. The PPL Electric Utilities Electrical Safety Poster Contest is underway for students in kindergarten through 8th grade in our local schools. Grand prize winners in each category will receive $500 and their teachers will receive a $500 classroom grant. The 3 finalists in each category will each receive $200. Entries must be postmarked no later than April 30th. Winners will be announced on or before May 21st. Entries will be grouped into 3 categories: grades kindergarten through 2, 3 through 5, and 6 through 8. Nothing is more important than safety, including electrical safety. This contest is designed to get kids in our area thinking about how to stay safe around electricity at home, school, and play. It's an interesting way to get the message across and to encourage electrical safety discussion at school and at home. For contest rules, entry forms, and electrical safety tips, visit pplelectric.com/safety-poster.
Thanks for watching FYI. Remember, for breaking news, go to our Facebook and Twitter pages and standardspeaker.com. This is your town, this is your show. Until tomorrow, take it easy, everyone.